The Oklahoma State Penitentiary in McAlester could have chewed up Ricky Dye and spit him out, but it didn't. He walked in as a ghost of the high school kid he should have been, a 17-year-old facing the big milestone of 18 right around the corner. Because he had killed someone at 16, the state decided he was an adult. This huge, forbidding place was completely unknown to him. He had no clue what it was really like. In the early 1990s, there was no Google, no YouTube, no easy way to look up what happened inside a notorious prison like this. He didn't see the cold stone walls like an experienced convict would. He saw it as a scared kid. The only things he knew about his new world were the terrifying stories whispered by the guys who had already done time there.
When we think about McAlester, it gives you a sickness in the pit of your stomach. I got shipped to McAlester somewhere around February of '92. When you pull up to McAlester, man, it looks like it belongs on an island somewhere. There's just an uncomfortable feeling that something bad's gonna happen there. Like it's haunted or like it's gonna be by your ghost. You get there afraid and you leave afraid. That fear that something bad might happen, it never goes away. And most of those people are doing life and they have nothing to lose. There is mega respect. If someone tells you they're gonna pay you for something, they pay you for it. No one disrespects anyone. If you bump into someone, you say, "Excuse me," because there, things are very serious and you can die for the smallest thing. In the other prisons, you have to worry about getting in fights. For the most part, you worry about fights. Sometimes you run into the wrong person, it can become a knife fight, but for the most part, it's fights, maybe a lock on a belt, but in McAlester, you run into the worst of the worst. These are all the guys who have done they went to prison and they got in trouble and they stabbed someone or they ran drugs and they've done something really bad. Maybe they hurt a staff member, maybe they stabbed a staff member. And so they're in McAlester and they're gonna be there for a long time. It's a very dangerous place. If you think you're as rough as they get, they have a place for you, and it's McAlester, Oklahoma State Penitentiary. It's where all my nightmares are at. Every time I have a nightmare, I'm in McAlester. I know guys, man, that'll fight at the drop of a hat. They'll get a knife and they'll wrap magazines on and they'll stab you. And you stab them until one of you die, and they'll face that. And I'll face that. When you go to McAlester for the Scared Straight program, they got these big old poster boards of people that have been murdered there and stuffed in trash cans and all kinds of things to scare people to death. And she's showing me this, and I said, "Why are you showing me that? You know, it's too late to try to scare me. I live here now." And so I told her, this is what I told her, and I carried it with me the whole time I was in there. I told her that if I could ever get out of McAlester, if I could make it out of prison without blaming everyone else for what happened to me, without hating everyone and everything, without being full of hate, if I could still have love in my heart, if some little piece of Ricky could survive, that I would feel I survived. Because I know what happened to me was my fault. Make no mistake about it.
They say McAlester is the type of place that can swallow you whole, especially if you're a naive kid. But Ricky made it out of the walls in the Oklahoma DOC and paid his debt to society. He now shares his story with the world, with the hope that if he impacts even one person, then he's accomplished his goal.